show. My name's Nick Douglas. So lovely to have you all with us. And who better to join us today than multiple Olympic competitor. He's won more world championships than you can poke a stick at. He is a proud Italian, and he's now the winner of the Prada Cup and the official challenger and one of the fantastic team members of Luna Rossa, who will go forward to take on Emirates Team New Zealand. Francesco Bruni, welcome.
Hi, Nick. Hi, everybody.
Oh, it's so
Thank
great
you for
to have you
having
with
me.
us. Oh, don't be silly.
Thank you.
We feel so honoured. And I think the first question is, have you calmed down? Are you ready to get back to work?
Yes, absolutely.
And your mum,
We are already working.
apparently your mum had a great party as well.
Yes, she was awake all night, more than one night, with my father, and they're my biggest fans.
Oh, that's so fantastic. And we can see the beautiful views of Auckland behind you. Yes. Exactly. You're right there. So in the mix of it. But you didn't sail today. You're getting back out on the water tomorrow.
Yes, yes, we had a couple of days, one day off for the full team. That was on Monday. And then today and yesterday, we had a little bit of maintenance and fixing a couple of things, doing a couple of modifications to the boat, and we are back on the water tomorrow.
So I guess that leads me into the first question. You measure the boats on the 1st of March, for those who don't know. What are you allowed to change leading up to then? What are you allowed to change after then? It's a little bit different to past America's Cups, isn't it?
Yes, basically, before every, let's say, round, so before the round robin, the semifinals, the finals, you have one day where you have to declare your certificate. And in the certificate, there are many components, like the foils, the rudder, which mast you're going to use, and other stuff. Basically, on a daily basis, you can change a very limited amount of things like sails and smaller components.
Sure.
So you have to basically decide some days in advance of a long series like the America's Cup or a long series like the Prada Finals, your setup, which basically it forces you to basically have an all-purpose package. You cannot mod your boat too much because the forecast cannot look more than 1 week ahead, I think.
Yeah, for sure. So what many people don't realize is you guys came up with this setup, your dual helm setup, which is proving to be quite successful way back in the design phase. And I think one of the most popular questions amongst those who knew I was going to be talking with you was how did you end up on port and Jimmy on starboard, and the rivalry between the two sides I know is pushing you on and making you do better every day.
Yes, we started just by trying in Italy, in Cagliari. It was a little bit more of a natural choice because I'm left-handed.
Yep. Okay.
And when I'm not steering, I have to do the flight controller, and same for Jimmy on his side. And by being left-handed, it was a little bit of a natural choice to stay on that side.
Sure, I'm left-handed as well, so I feel your pain and strength at the same time. But a lot of people have wondered whether it was so that Jimmy would do the pre-starts, but you've also been a match racing world champion, which I think a lot of people don't know.
Yeah, no, I think it fitted well. I think Jimmy is very good, very strong in the fishtailing, which is basically the last part of the start sequence. He's always been very good on that. And I've always probably been better in setting up the play. So I think it worked pretty well also on that sense.
Well, it's working well so far, that's for sure. So, congratulations again. I did say it off air. So, for those who are thinking I'm being incredibly rude, that was the first thing I said. So, don't worry. But you and Jimmy as well, this matchup. Sabello's also in the mix and he's doing incredibly well.
Yeah.
But I have to tell you, there are people who have said they're now fans of you from Poland, the US, Finland, Sweden. There's been numerous people saying they're now fans of you because of this moment with Jimmy Spinell. They think that perhaps Jimmy's been a good influence in teaching you guys to become and race, but you have maybe taught Jimmy how to celebrate. What do you think?
It's very true, especially the first part. I'm still trying to teach him how to celebrate, but I think he's been more successful than what I've been.
Oh, that's not true. I'm sure you are doing incredibly well, and I think it's actually a beautiful partnership because you're left-handed, he's right-handed, but you are very passionate and positioning and tactical. He's very match racing, playbook, and that sort of thing. So you're very yin and yang, and it sounds like you're basically onboard training partners. Is that right?
I think it's been a very great relationship so far, and we have been learning a lot from each other. It's been working very well. I think we were worried that obviously we would have spent half of the time still in the boat, and so basically the worry was that you were not going to specialize on your role as much as another guy would have done by just steering or by just being the flight controller. But the reality is that if you would have not, in that case, you are not considering the gain of sharing our work and improving from the other guy experience.
Yeah, true. And you guys have become quite good friends, I believe, as well. I mean, you're constantly together. We see so many photos coming out of Auckland like this, where you're just always talking to one another. But then on the water, you're on opposite sides, and apparently it's as much of a competition on the boat between port and starboard with you guys as it is against the other teams. Is that correct? Do you race to get ready and whatnot? Are the rumours true?
No, I think just we are joking a lot between the port side of the boat and the starboard side of the boat. There are a lot of jokes, and it's a fun part of our campaign. To be fair, also all the other boats have the crew a little bit like split in half. We have probably more than the others, but basically there are like 2 or 3 guys jumping from one side or the other. We only have Pietro doing it. So our split is more, let's say, more sharp. But anyway, it's been a great relationship between me and Jimmy, and we have to share the tactics. So we have to make sure that we speak the same language. The communication is good. Yeah, yeah, and that the communication on the comms is good, and Pietro is kind of filtering all of this.
Yeah, indeed. There's a few questions still coming through now, and obviously the relationship between you and Jimmy is that strong. So some people are asking if you think that perhaps the English underestimated you. You were the underdogs going into the Prada Cup final. Do you think they underestimated you, or had you just improved that much, but we couldn't see it against New York Yacht Club American Magic?
I honestly think that, no, I don't think that it was underestimation, but I was surprised by those 3 weeks where the English were qualified for the final. The fact that they didn't sail much on those 3 weeks. I'm sure they did some upgrades to the boat, but I think that time in the water is very important. And I have the feeling that they, on the trade-off between spending time on the shed and doing upgrades to the boat and time in the water, they've gone a little bit too much for the first option. And I felt that they were a little bit rusty at the beginning of the series.
Sure. And that's possibly because they found so much in the shed between the Christmas Cup and the
Yes,
round robins that they were led
that's
that
true.
way. But you, Luna
Yeah.
Rossa, Luna Rossa has another team member who's onshore who perhaps gets to do a lot of the in-shed stuff for you, so to speak. Max, he's arguably one of the strongest team members that you have, because I don't know how he lets you go sailing every day and not get on the boat.
He's, he's for sure the guy who has the stronger shoulders. The team is really uh, based on his strength, and especially when there are a lot of stupid polemics on the shore, where the lawyers start fighting between the teams and racing management. It becomes messy. He's the one who really wants the sailing team to stay away from all this stuff and
Yeah.
concentrate on his work. And I think it's very important for us to do that. And Max has this very painful job to deal with all those problems.
Yeah, indeed. And then, have it out of his hands when you guys are on the water. But who better to put it in the hands of than yourself and Jimmy and Sabello and the rest of the team, because you've proved yourself to be a very strong unit. So with the communications and the language that you speak on board, there's a lot of people telling me the last time they saw you as happy as you were the other day, by the way. Last time I saw Bruno that happy was at the presentation the night after the Moth Worlds in Perth. Good to see that you're having fun. It's Jody.
You don't want to show any pictures of that night.
Fantastic.
If you have some, you are not going to show them.
No, I'm not. I'm keeping it very
I'm
PG
kidding.
for you, Bruno. I'm keeping it very PG.
I'm kidding. I was very happy that that championship was over, because it was too much wind for me, and it was so painful.
Oh, Kigo. Oh, far out. But anyway, so the language that you guys speak on board, we've heard you talk about things, and maybe if you can explain for us when we're watching, you talk about the G spot. You talk about what's the G spot?
It's a technical word for one place on the course, obviously, where it has to do with the strategy along the course. I cannot tell you more than that.
That's fine. You can leave it there. Now, the eagle, I believe, is when you put both boards down around a bottom mark.
Yes, but that's correct. Yeah,
yep. And then we've heard a few other little lingos. Are there any other code words that you've come up with for this AC 75 class?
Oh, we have plenty. We have plenty.
Yeah.
We have plenty. We got the nympho.
Yeah. What's that?
We got the JK, which is used by many teams.
Yeah.
It's a maneuver around the bottom mark. We got the Chicago. We got
what's
many.
the Chicago? Is that the tack and jibe? Yeah.
I cannot tell you that. But okay. you will find out. You just watch a little bit more of the America's Cup and you will find out.
Oh, it's so good. I've watched every race. I've been glued to it. I have friends that are not sailors that are glued to it as well. My mum, who's never been that excited by America's Cup racing. They're such beautiful and brilliant boats. Would you like to see the AC 75 continue?
Yes, I think so. I was a little bit, I need to be honest, I was a little skeptical about it at the beginning of the campaign. I wasn't sure that those boats were going to work. And I proved wrong. I've been proved wrong because they are great boats. Probably we can change a little bit the rules, small details, where probably we need these boats to be foiling probably a little bit lighter wind. Ideally, you would already be foiling with 6-7 knots of wind. At the moment, that's not the case. And probably in the higher wind speed, do something in order to be able to sail without safety issues up to, I don't know, 25 knots. So a little bit like enlarging the wind spectrum. But
Yep.
apart from small details and small modifications to the rules, I think they are great boats, really great boats.
Fantastic. And I mean, we've seen that you're all wearing goggles now, basically. There's a few questions asking about whether it would help you if you could have a readout in your goggle mask in the future.
Well, we have been thinking about it, and in the past, Jimmy. I know that in the Cup, Valencia Cup had some instruments on his sunglasses, and I know that there is the technology there. The only problem is that with that is that you have to change your focus a lot because those numbers are very close. And so you have to change a lot the focus from in to out, and my experience that after 5 minutes you have a big headache.
I get annoyed when I get a bit of water on my glasses. I don't think I would
Well,
handle well having text coming across my vision. I like to see the wind. So yeah, that's asking for a friend. Literally. There's a few more questions. Does the electronic support system provide you with data on where the other boats are? So are you able to see where they're getting when they're getting towards the boundary and so on and so forth?
No. You cannot see any information of the other boat.
Yeah.
So yeah, no, that's not.
That's a quick and dirty answer.
You're only basically you have to guess with what you see.
Yeah, and I like that. I think that's really good. And we saw you guys learn in the start of race 7.
What we can see is the green lights on the back of their boat.
Okay.
When those lights are green, they are inside the zone, the boundary protection zone.
Okay.
So that's a good indication.
And so you're looking at that, especially in race 7 when you were pushing Ineos to the boundary to tack. You would have been looking for that. Okay, that makes sense. Correct. Fantastic. Now, you've done a lot of sailing. You've gone to the Olympics in the Laser, the 49er, the Star. You sail a Moth. You're doing AC sailing now. How many campaigns have you done with Luna Rossa? I think this is your...
Fifth. This is my 5th, and I've done one with Artemis Racing.
Artemis, yes.
Bermuda.
I think that's... The last time I saw you, I think, was in Bermuda. Which was really good fun. But what would it mean to you? I mean, I think we know how much it means to you, given how much we saw you celebrating at the end of the Prada Cup. How much would it mean to you if you can beat Emirates Team New Zealand? There's no doubt.
Oh.
Yeah.
You will see a very, very happy person. I promise you. It's a dream. It's a dream. It would be a dream. And because I know how much it would mean to Italy, not just me, but to Italy, it would be something impressive. Hosting the America's Cup in Italy, it would easily become the biggest sport in the world, and it would be amazing with the amount of people. At the moment, we are 60 million people in Italy. 10 million people were watching the races overnight.
Stop it!
Can you imagine?
Far out. That's so good.
It's a big number.
Oh, amazing. I have people saying hello from Austria, hello from South America. Some people asking for the photos from the Moth Worlds, not happening. And one person has said, Buon vento e pale e prora. Fair winds and blades to the bow. So I think that's pretty lovely, apparently.
No, but about that prize giving in Perth, Australia, I was in the middle of a bunch of Australians, led by Tom Zrinsby, and I had a very popular drinking competition in Australia. I won the competition, but I can't remember anything of the next 48 hours.
Oh, Was it a boat race? Is that what you were doing? The boat race drinking game? No?
It was a lot of shots.
Oh. Do you think they didn't
But
just
I'm very
stitch you
proud.
up?
I'm very proud. I remember when the last Aussie give up. Yeah, I was stitched up for sure.
I think you got
But I
stitched
still
up
won the
because
competition.
I don't know what game you're talking about, so I'm guessing that
I was stitched up for sure.
they've just wound you up. That's a definite,
Yeah,
I think. So
100%. But I was
indeed,
very happy as well.
I bet you
But
were. Now, given that going into this final, we know that, or going into the cup match, it's pretty exciting. I think I can say that Emirates Team New Zealand are the favourite, the defender. They are, by all reports, looking very fast. And by the way, are apparently testing a dual helm setup. Might have seen that somewhere before. What do you think your chances are of doing well against them? Do you think you're in touch?
I think that it's good to be to not play as the favorites because I think we'll have less pressure on us. I think that we had a lot of training, racing training, and I think it's a very big plus for us, and that will give us confidence. Speed is something very unknown. We could be faster, they could be faster, and it's a total guess at the moment. Whoever says, they're faster in these conditions and faster on that, it's a pure
Yeah.
dog rumors, nothing more than that.
Indeed. And I think it's the same as them testing the dual helm setup, though we have seen that you are not losing any speed through the tacks. In fact, you're gaining, if anything, coming out of the tacks compared to your competitors, which is just beautiful to watch. There's a few questions coming through about rules. So the backstay issue in particular, and also the jib winch system issue complaint from Ineos. If you want to just summarize those in a sentence each, that'll do it.
Well, the backstay thing, it was something that we thought that was totally legal. There was a lot of discussion and a lot of hours of our lawyers, their lawyers, blah blah. At the end of the day, we kind of sort of give up on it and concentrate on the important stuff. And it goes the same way with the winch. We have a totally legal system. People were looking at our maneuvers, thinking that we had some magic system there because our jib was crossing so nicely and quickly on the other side. The measures I've checked many times. It's all good. It's all
Yeah.
legal. So.
I didn't even report that story. I thought it was a non-issue. You could see that it was being loaded. Anyway, finally, I think we should watch this video just once more because we haven't seen it enough over the past few days, and get you in a happy mode as you go forward and get ready for your racing from the 6th of March. Let's have one more look at this.
Siamo italiani, oh! Fantastico! Fantastico! È bellissimo! È bellissimo!
I just love it. I just love it. It's so good. Don't you get embarrassed?
It came a little bit natural because Jimmy it's his mode. He was kind of nice and calm. Yeah, it was a good day at the office. Blah blah blah, and I was like, "Oh, come on, you can
You're
do
in the
better."
back, going
And,
like this.
I was so excited. I think it's good to be natural, and we were both natural, and I think that was good. What was good about it.
I thought it was a perfect exhibit of just why you guys work so well together. So thank you for that.
Yes.
And well done on the beautiful racing. Hopefully I have a good excuse to talk to you in a few weeks' time. We might check in with you.
I hope so.
Yeah,
I hope so.
Exactly.
Thank you so much, Nick.
You're very welcome. I will let you go because I know you're a very busy man. I know everybody's asked a lot of questions, but hopefully we've covered the majority of them. And thank you for your time. I know you're busy.
Thank you.
So good luck. Forza
Ciao
Italia.
Nick, thank you so much.
You're very
Forza
welcome.
Italia.
See you later. Bye bye.
Ciao.
See ya.
Ciao ciao.